right, now look at that. We got a banner up and everything. We're covering all these fantastic faces. Let's get this thing. All right, that's beautiful pictures. We got to admit, that's beautiful pictures. This is number 41 of the Love Doctor live stream. Here we are.
Yay.
I'm trying to get you know what? I just realized that no one can see me reaching for the drinks when in this new format. So hello. Oh crap. This is a fresh bottle. You know what? I'm gonna mix the gins. They're both from the same company, but they're slightly different.
Mix gins.
I'm mixing gins just because there's look how little is left on that one. The hibiscus. Where we are? There we are. See, look how little is there. Just a little bit of the.
To me, that looks like a lot, but sure. That being said, I think gin is trash anyway. So if you want to mix trash with trash, I'm not going to stop you.
Wow, shots fired. I kind of agree there.
Stunned face.
All right, well, hopefully the people that I just sent an email to about sponsoring the show who make fantastic gin.
No, don't listen to me. Here's the thing. I don't drink much, so like I have no say in this. But the times I've tried gin, I didn't like it. But please I hope gin sponsors you.
All right, first off, you're not trying the right gins. And that's all that is to it. We've got comments coming in as already. We want to look all ready to go. Christopher Murtaugh is there. He says, "Slanche, I'm fucking pouring the drink, Christopher. Just don't." Just gotta get this down. There we are. Opening this up. You know what? I'm missing the big picture here. I love seeing all the beautiful faces and all that, but we got look how much is there. Everybody. Let's just listen to this.
Oh,
that was freshly opened.
Nice, beautiful.
Freshly opened. Mina, if you've not been on the show before, but the Winona J Fox is here with me. Mina Minou as well. Looking at this. Oh no, I've already told you it was gin. Oh fuck. All right.
Why is it red?
It's not red. It's brown. This is what they call a breakfast gin. And it's a breakfast gin because it's made with Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey tea is one of the spices that is going in there. No, this is true. That's the way it is. It's a look right there. It says breakfast gin. Breakfast gin. It's made with Earl Grey tea. It's actually a product of Montreal. So they are not sponsoring me as of yet, but they've been fueling me for quite a while. We got people popping into the chat. Christopher's trash gin is the first meal of the day. Exactly, breakfast gin. Denny Leger is saying, hi, everyone. Welcome. Look at that. We got another kitty cat here. It's Denny Leger is in the house. Lusty Onyx is hello, lovey. Hi. There we are. I don't know if she's put in a British accent in there, which I'm not sure if I should feel aggressed by. But it's all good. Yes,
it's all good. It's all great. It's all good. Just pour your drink. It'll keep being good.
I guess it's time to go to the first order of the day, which Christopher has already sort of started us off with a slanche. Slanche, cheers for those who are uninitiated. Cheers. Have a drink. This is episode 41 of the Love Doctor live stream, and we are here with you all to answer your questions about love, sex, and relationships. If you want to get your questions in, the best way to get them in is right there. Go to slido.com. It's the event code for today is TLD41, and that'll bring you to a place that you can enter your questions into the poll. So we get to see it. We don't have any in there yet, so we're going to have to see how that goes. I've got cards from the vault as well, but we will be bringing in your questions as soon as we have them. Or you could ask your questions if you don't want it to be anonymous. Just drop it in the chat. You can do it whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I think that's all. I don't think we're a Periscope anymore.
I don't know. I honestly didn't know what Periscope was until you explained it to me. And even then, I've forgotten what it is. So
Periscope is going away, but I think they're going to be doing a Twitter live. But Twitter bought out Periscope. Why am I explaining
why are you explaining this? I just told you. I don't remember, and I'm probably going to forget.
All right, should we do? Daniel J was saying he's wondering: is it more fun to date a hot little cutie or a cute little hottie? Yes, yes. Winona, do you have a take on that one?
Is it more fun to date a hot little cutie or a cute little hottie? I mean, I'm gonna say, the best one is to date a little cute hottie because they're short. Like hot little cutie, cute little hottie. That implies that they are little in spirit and emotions. Little cute hottie means that they're short and also cute and also hot. So that's my answer.
Interesting.
All right, Mina, do you have an answer for that?
I think it's more fun to date a cute little hottie, but I'd much rather be, I'd rather fuck a hot little cutie. That's what I think.
That's wise. Very
that,
wise.
That is, the wisdom has been dropped. Thank you, Daniel J, for giving us the first question of the week. We've got, you know what? I got some announcements to make. From last week, we did some draws and such for certain items, and I'm gonna have to say that this here actually is going to Winona J. Fox. I did the random draw from it, so we've got the Love Doctor live stream sticker. That we did a draw for last week. One is going to Winona J. Fox, and we have a second. I don't know why I was about to put that one down and grab another one without showing the fact that I actually physically have to. But the other one, the other random draw. Hold it. No, before we get to that, we got Daniel J. Thanks you for the wisdom that was dropped earlier by answering their question. So the other one, the one went for people who made donations, and the draw that came from that has gone to somebody we've already heard from today, Christopher Murtaugh. If you can send me a private message with your mailing address, I will be able to mail that out to you. Winona, you can do the same, so I can mail this to you because I'm not interacting with people until vaccinations and such. So Christopher's got a woohoo. We didn't get a woohoo. Oh, there. That was such an energetic woohoo from you, Winona.
Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, me. I was, this isn't rigged. I'm not special enough for something to be rigged, so I feel very happy.
I'm not smart enough how to rig anything either. And by the way, I just to point out, like, you might think, oh, like that's look at that. That covers. I have a huge head. And that covers about 2/3 of my head. Like, that's how big these stickers are. Like that, boom. Look, my gob is covered with that. Look, I wouldn't be, like, if that got slapped all over my face, I would be silent. And this show might be better. But it's all...
It's great. It's so cool. Very impressive.
Bashik is already trying to claim. She's already trying to claim the sticker. Who knows? Maybe there'll be another one given out tonight. We'll see how it goes. Lusty Onyx is saying make pasties with those stickers. You know what? I think you might be able to hide. Well, you'd be able to hide maybe a B cup with one of these. So
what you could also do is cut the sticker in half. I'm not saying you should, but you could cut the sticker in half, put one half on each boob, and then squish the boobs
together.
To make one uniboob pasty.
Wow. Yeah.
Sadly, I think I probably could do that.
Hey, all bodies are beautiful here. We don't shame. We don't shame titties, no matter the gender.
All right, penis having breasts.
Yes, penis having breasts. We're here for them.
We are definitely here for them. This is the fun stuff. We have a question has come in on the anonymous. Are we ready to get that started? By the way, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like. Tell us what you're drinking. And the other part I want to kind of have mentioned, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel now. We're about halfway to the goal of 50 subscribers before the first what's it called?
Giveaway?
The first giveaway, yes. So we're almost halfway there. Lusty Onyx is daring me. I'm not sure if they're daring me to push my boobs together or whatever. Oh, yeah, for the squeezing boob stickers. You know what? The thing is, that's not... I'm pretty sure the sticker that's on that is not going to be as friendly as like spirit glue. It's not gonna come off as nice and easily. And
You've never
you know
used
what?
spirit glue, have you? Because that does not come off.
No, but it comes off easier with alcohol. You put a little bit of alcohol, you can
Sure.
True.
thin it out, and it comes off. I don't know what kind of industrial glue is being used on that. And Christopher, I want to see a picture of it on your trombone case, just like you're like off on some ska band mission.
That sounds
Evlit,
dirtier than it should be. I want to see it on your trombone case.
this is... All right, Evlit is drinking scotch with a mixer of scotch and a dash of scotch for flavoring, because he's a traditionalist like that. Ev, welcome. All right, Bashik is she demands love Dr. Tassels. So are you talking about Assholes is a completely separate thing. That was a cat, was it? I'm not, this is all good. Denny Leger is going to drink hot chocolate with marshmallows. Marshmallows. That is a good wintertime drink, I would have to say. All right, we're off to a rocking start. I love you all for tuning in here. Let's get started with the first question. Just a reminder to Mina Minou, who's in the hot seat for the first time. But the first question we have here is, what is your favorite kind of sex toy? Favorite kind of sex toy? That is going to you, Mina.
Okay. Oh, so many. I have so many vibrators within arm's distance right now. So definitely, I guess, a high-powered vibrator is my favorite, followed by, I'm really big on like using flowers in sex play, which if you have ever seen me perform or follow me anywhere on the internet, you know that I've got a big thing for flowers. So I'm into that like sensual touch or playing with the thorns, and yeah, those are my faves. Plants and vibrators.
There we are, Winona.
I love that. And that's funny because the first time I ever saw you perform, it was actually the first show I ever kittened. I saw you do a flower act, and now knowing that, it just makes everything so much better. I love that. That's great. I'm like, wow, that was a deep cut that I didn't know I needed into my origin story, and it makes me so happy. As for favorite sex toys, I also have so many. Right now, I'm a fan of suction vibrators, so not like a bzzz kind of thing, but more of a blowing little air pockets. It's a clitoris stimulator for those who don't know. It's
the one with the horrible name.
Yeah, there's one called the Womanizer. The one, I don't have that one. It's called the
Whoa.
Yeah, it's called the Womanizer. It's awful, but apparently it gets you off like that. As far as I can tell, for people who have vulvas and clitorises. But those are fun. I'm also a fan of butt plugs. Also for aesthetic purposes, I think butt plugs are really cute. I am legitimately trying to collect as many as I can, but I have like the nice ones are expensive, so it's hard. Yeah. Because they all come in like different shapes and colors, and it's really cute. And I just want to turn them into earrings. Like they're really pretty. But I do. Like that's a joke, but like I kind of do.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah. And more recently, I've started looking into strap-ons, which is very exciting. Because as far as I'm concerned, strap-ons need to be color coordinated with outfits. So I'm only here for like pink strap-ons and like rainbow strap-ons. I'm not here for the boring black. Like I need some personality. So there you go.
Definitely understood. I just before we get too further on this. The alcohol. Christopher is saying wine here tonight, but the Lafrogue is a backup if we run out, like you did last week, and you saw how that ended. Dennis might be stuttering here. He went, I just pictured the Love Dr. Tassels looking like sunglasses. So there we are. Be a weird spinner on that one. And but Daphne Etienne says I'd see that. There we go. I think that means I might have to remove some of the chest hair if I'm going to be sticking any glue. Though that glue might be a way to remove some of the chest hair.
Chest wax and take some promo photos of the new merch.
Of the new merch. There we are. I'm not sure if Teespring has that, but we will get that. I will have to check to see what they will all do. I have a face mask coming in with the Love Doctor logo. I want to see how that looks as well. But my answer to that question, you know, it has its dangers, but I love that cat just walking by.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I love it.
We have a cat on the screen. We win the internet. But the Hitachi Magic Wand, that it's versatility as well. It's not. There's a danger of too much exposure onto the clitoris, but the different ways that it can be used, the fact that it has the variations in the speeds, the fact that it doesn't need to even be applied directly to someone, as in if you have a non-powered toy inserted in someone, you can play it along the base, and you can even, as a man, put it at the base of your shaft as you are entering your partner, and they can feel the entire vibration through your shaft as it's inside them.
Yeah.
As a penis having person, sorry to.
That sounds fabulous. I'm like, why have I
heard-
not?
I've heard that the magic wand is very gender inclusive. It's also disability inclusive. I've heard a lot of people with physical disabilities who require aids or just need toys to get off. The Hitachi is like a pretty good recommendation for a sex toy. So like gender, sex, ability, body. The Hitachi is very inclusive, and it's
they should be sponsoring us.
Funnier. They really should.
We also want to point out the fact that with the Hitachi that or to answer Mina's statement about why, how didn't I know, is because you start to use it, it works really well. What do you have to learn past that? That's just it. It's
a good point. Yeah. Once the Hitachi is one of the 5 vibes within reach right now, and I got the thing that figures, one and done.
Yeah, it's one and done. It's. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we don't talk about sex in polite society as much as we should. There's a lot of wink, wink, ha ha, and I don't think that we appreciate the many variations because of, I love sex to be dirty, but at the same time, I it's a common biological. It is the imperative biological act that human beings are supposed to be driven towards. And I think that if we can communicate and be open and honest about all these things, then we just have a bit of a better world.
Agreed.
Amen, dude.
There we are. Just a reminder for anyone that wants to put in anonymous questions, they can do so there. If you're liking the answers, remember to hit like on the chat, or hit share if you want to get your friends in watching this as well. Let's bring this up. I think we're going to have to go to the vault at this point. So we are. All right. Oh, all right. So this is from the vault. I really should look through these at some point beforehand, because now I'm not always happy with what I pull out. So these came. This has been in the last 6 years. I think this one, actually, this is among the first batch of cards because it's glossy and it doesn't look like it held ink well. But if you had to choose an animal to have sex with, which one would you choose?
No.
I'm in the hot seat.
No.
So I'm gonna say a stuffed one. It'd be a stuffed one, or either that or a furry partner. There we are. Though that's the animals. Maybe even the drummer from the Muppet Show. But I'm not sure if somebody's mounting a flashlight inside that or whatever it would be. But well, Mina, I think that means it's your turn at this.
Okay, I'm super not sassy enough to have such a quippy response.
You can always just say no.
I mean, can I be like, well, humans are animals, so like it's fucking human. Like, can I say that?
Boom. Yeah. You can definitely. I love how we're testing the lines before we actually say them. It's only live. We're only broadcasting live around the world using at least 18 different satellites to reach the various continents. Mina.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna be like, fuck me like an animal because I am an animal, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. The only any kind of animal sex that I want to be having is primal play. Thank you very much. Which is the type of role playing where you role play as wild animals, and it's a very rough animalistic sex.
Wait, can I ask what animal you would be though? Sorry.
What animal I would be?
Yeah.
I haven't given it that much thought. I'd probably be a cat. But here's the thing. I would probably be a cat. And the reason for that is we would role play and I would first demand lots of cuddles and then ask not to be touched. And that would be my primal play. That would be primal play.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say it's because you're a huge Ted Nugent fan. And I'm going, what? I have completely misread you.
I don't know who that is.
If somebody wants to explain in the chat who Ted Nugent is for Winona J. Fox, we're going to just see that Bashik is saying, not always happy with what I pull out was the best one. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I said I wasn't always happy when I pull out the cards.
Mm-hmm.
So there we are. All right, let's see. Like I just got a little bit of red for the embarrassment of that. Just all right.
You read that and you were like, "Oh God, I can't believe I'm about to do this."
Well, it's just the entire thing, but the fact that Bashik nailed me so well with that, that's not what he said, or that's what he said. There we are. So we've got another one, old school. These are from the live show. So why does it hurt when I pee? Because you need to see a medical doctor. That's why. You're not wrapping your willy enough. That's another reason. Or your partners aren't wrapping their willies enough. Dennis Leger is saying, I could give Winona some tips on being a cat. If you notice Denny's picture, they are a cat. Apparently he's putting those opposable thumbs together fairly well to be able to type. Evlit is pointing out that Ted Nugent was a rock singer, supposedly, who really liked Republicans. They also, I think their only big hit was Cat Scratch Fever.
That's why.
And he is a huge Trumpite as well. Oh,
how that's going.
And Bow Hunter.
That's a combo that shouldn't exist, frankly.
It's diverse.
You mean what? Republican Bow Hunter and rock star?
Yeah. How did that overlap? If you look at those three circles, there's not much overlap there.
He's sort of in the I think he predates Kid Rock, but they sort of have the similar hairstyle.
I don't know who Kid Rock is either.
What? Are you kidding? Oh my God.
I'm a small babe, okay?
Am I
I've
old?
been alive long enough on this earth to know who these people are.
Don't date me like this, dude. Like, just pretend that you know what's going on. I'm not old. Like,
Mina, this is the moment. We're having a small intervention for you right now. But there are people who are younger than you in the world.
I don't like that. That's not cool.
Like, ew, that's gross. I mean, here's the thing, Mina. Like, I realized recently that the people born in 2001 are turning 21 this year, and that doesn't feel right to me.
That feels horrible to me.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
All right.
Tension with another question.
Let's break the tension with another question. We've got a number of questions have come in on the chat. Here we go. We start at the bottom. Where is the best place to meet a unicorn these days? And Winona, you're in the hot seat.
Yeah, I've talked about this before on the show. We always get I feel like we always get a question like this once in a blue moon. For those of you who don't know, a unicorn is a woman, typically a bisexual woman, who is attracted to couples and who is down to have threesomes and relationships with couples. So when people ask questions about like, where can I find a unicorn? Usually that's not a great question because it implies that this bisexual woman is there to serve your fantasy of like having a mutual girlfriend or having a mutual like plaything, and usually there's this assumption that like you are attracted, that like this girl will be attracted to you at the exact same time, and that there isn't going to be any jealousy or anything like that. So whenever we get questions like this, I kind of roll my eyes a little bit. That being said, I just honestly, I wouldn't look for a unicorn. That's funny because I feel like I look like a unicorn right now with my color combination at
And
this
that bowl.
Maybe I'm your unicorn. Maybe I'll meet you guys and I'll fall in love with you and there won't be any jealousy or harm. That's sarcasm. Please don't. But I don't know if there's any right place to meet a unicorn. I think honestly, if you find someone who's attracted to the both of you, that's very lucky, but you need to treat them like a human being with their own feelings and their own desires, and not just treat them like a sex object to fulfill your fantasy. So there's your free bisexual polyamorous advice for the day. I've filled my quota for the month. So
if you're not watching like a Legend with Tom Cruise in it, keep the search online, but realize that unicorns are named unicorns if you're talking about a relationship unicorn, because they're fucking rare, and that's the case. Mina, do you have something you want to add?
I do actually. Like, yes, I think that a relationship unicorn, like a love unicorn, is maybe like a rare thing. But I will say, apparently in my old age, the idea of being like I'm also a polyamorous bisexual, and I don't usually do group things, not super into it, but the idea of two people doting on me and spoiling me sexually recently is just like, I'm not gonna say no if they're cute enough. That's where I'm at right now, mentally and physically. So like, usually I'll see them on Tinder and they'll be like, looking for a unicorn, and granted, I'm a big superficial snob when it comes to who I'm fucking, so I do not usually like both people, and then I don't swipe. But like the fantasy of maybe I'm at a show and some like super hot couple is like, hey, looking for a kitten to spoil tonight, and I'd be like, you know what? Let's do it up. So I'm gonna say, keep trying on the internet. Keep in mind what Winona said about treating people like a human, but also, like, there are people who are into it, because I'm one of them. So, yeah.
Christopher was saying, aren't unicorns supposed to be mythical? Hence the name. I think that's something I alluded to a little bit earlier. I also here's a question. What's the difference between a unicorn and the third in a throuple?
The third in a throuple, so like there's overlap there for sure. Like unicorn is just the stereotypical girl who's like down to have a threesome, and like there's never any jealousy or real feelings involved. Like the unicorn is like almost the objectification of the third in the throuple. Whereas the third in the throuple typically might have equal say in the relationship. They might not be dating both parties equally. They might be more involved with one in the couple. But they are treated like a part of the relationship, regardless of what that relationship looks like. The unicorn is on the far other end of that spectrum, where it's like they're not being treated as part of the relationship. They're just there to fulfill a sexual fantasy. I do love the idea that Mina presented,
Right?
where like the couple is the one gratifying the unicorn. That's the first time I've heard of that, surprisingly.
Yeah,
and I feel like more couples should open with that. They'll be like, we want to make you feel good, because usually the unicorn is supposed to make them feel good. And it's like, what about me? What do I get out of it? Huh? So I feel like more couples should take a page out of that book.
Yeah.
Anytime. My thoughts on threesomes has always been, is everybody better be as interested in everybody else who's there, or else multitasking is going to become a problem. Galadriel Caress is saying, having been a happy unicorn, I think it boils down to setting super clear expectations from the get-go. So don't objectify her, be generous. And that's for the person who's looking to find a unicorn. That's the best place. Just remember, don't meet right now, because well, if you're in the Montreal area, if you're in some place that is somehow clear of COVID, then I don't know how New Zealand's doing right now. Somebody might want to just check their stats. They did very good right off because they have a prime minister who believes in science. They locked down heavily, whereas we're in Montreal in what we're calling code red, and they still have schools open. Christopher is saying, in my opinion, the best sexual experiences are when you are giving someone else pleasure, either solo or plus one or more. I'm glad that you included solo in that, Christopher. Does prove that you do play trombone. There is.
I just realized why it's sexual, because there's like a move called a rusty trombone. I think it's a thing that gay men do. In like,
I think it's an urban legend, kind of.
It might not be real, but like I know it's a thing that people have made jokes about.
There's also been the variation that has come with the Venture Brothers cartoon called the Rusty Venture. No one knows what that is.
I don't know what either of these things are.
And that, Mina, is because you've led a good life. Going back to the thing, foursome or moresome? Mina, you're in the hot seat. What is your take, a foursome or a moresome?
I mean, go for it if you got it and you can do it. Again, I'm not super into group things. I definitely have enjoyed some like play dungeon situations and like kink fetish parties, and where you're like obviously I'm a bit of an exhibitionist, like it's burlesque, it's what it is. So the action of being watched in like a group setting, cool, for me. But like actually, having the energy to sustain, oh my God, 4 or more people at once, I'd be like, no. Also, I don't know if you've gotten the vibe yet, but I'm a total like princess, absolute spoil me.
I love that. And here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up that you're a princess, because I still get people being like, princesses aren't a thing. And I'm like, shush, 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 shush.
I mean, like, I'll do the work when I like somebody, but if you're coming over, like, I get a lot of, whatever, superficial, I'm pretty, whatever, with hooking up. Not now, because COVID. This curfew has really fucked my life right now, in the worst way. But anyway, if they're there, if it's some dude who's just like in my DMs and is just like giving me attention, I'll take the attention, but I'm not going to do the work. I'm going to stand by that. So, I won't be a princess all the time, but for the most part, that's what this is. Yeah.
And Winona, if foursome or moresome was the question.
Yeah, I'm going to go with moresome, just because here's the thing. I've done threesomes. Threesomes are great. They're especially great if you take the time to get to know each other and write down what everyone wants. But I feel like a foursome, like, actually, no, I'm going to stick with it. Moresome, because then you just have a lot of different options, like you diversify the recipe, you add a couple more spices, and you try and get a nice blend of flavors, and you just let things marinate together and get to know one another. That analogy fell off the rails, but I stick to it. I don't regret it, and I'm not taking it back.
I really need to see your spice rack. When it comes to the question being foursomes or moresomes, as many as you're comfortable with, that should be the answer. Sorry, as long as you can be paying the proper amount of attention to each person, or making sure that each person is getting the proper amount of attention. And that's my measuring cup for your recipe book. There we are. Now, Denny Leger is asking, he's wondering if Mina Minou is a relative. I believe it might be a kitty cat reference thing.
Oh, okay. Sure.
we got the meow sent out. Evlet, so he's asked this before. If in a poly relationship, how do you prevent jealousy in addition to communicating? Winona, you are in the hot seat, and let's hear your answer.
Yeah, I mean, so the obvious answer is communication, but as you said, you already know that. Interpersonal reflection is a big one, I think. If it's so, like, there's communicating with your partner, And then there's communicating with yourself. Those are two different things. Like having the ability to talk to yourself and be kind to yourself and understand where feelings of jealousy come from, and reminding yourself that they're not here to hurt you. Like jealousy is not here to hurt you. It's there to warn you and to help you understand why you're feeling bad. So being able to have those conversations with yourself and embrace your jealousy without projecting it onto your relationship is a very good way to not feel the negative repercussions of jealousy.
And Mina.
I just jealousy is normal, and it's like I totally agree with a lot of what Winona said. And I just want to add, like, if your mindset is trying to prevent jealousy, you need to maybe re-examine your view on polyamory and the human condition. It is not a partner's job to prevent or control or make your partner feel a certain way. It is the individual's job to understand why they're reacting in a certain way and to be willing to put in the work. And it's also just not realistic to say that we're not going to project these things onto our relationships. So it's not necessarily about shaming or feeling guilty about feeling jealousy and knowing that it's going to make you react in a certain way, but it's being mature enough to acknowledge what's going on and then to talk about it without the pressure of guilt or shame. I think that's what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to also toss out there is examine the reason for the jealousy, because if it's from possessiveness, and understand how detrimental that emotion can be, but also work on compersion, where if your partner is happy, why are you not happy for them? And to be joyful for them, which is one of the things to do. Now, Evlit has said this is the best answer that they have heard. It might be time for another polysode. I don't know if to do another special at some point. Serenity Sizzle is popping in to say hello, beauties. Hello, Serenity Sizzle. Have a drink.
Hi, Serenity.
Hi.
And whoa! These are the chats are getting ahead of me here. Just let me see if I can catch up a little bit. Christopher Murtaugh is saying that he's pretty sure that princesses are a thing. And Jason McCullough, dude, bank it. Once we're out of the virus jail, it's going to be a rager. I'm not sure if I called myself a hug slut, and that's what they're talking about, but because I will be hugging with consent pretty much anyone who comes within arm's reach. Christopher says he gets it. His kids get jealous over his affection too, especially their least favorite one. Mart Brennan is saying, hi, friends. Hello, Mart.
Hi, Mart.
This is another reason for a drink. You guys are going to get me in trouble. Everybody's saying hello. Lusty is saying, oh, my God, yes. I'm not sure exactly what that's for. Maybe for the idea that we might be doing another polysode. Evlit is, yep. Serenity Sizzle, cheers. Lusty is, we need another polysode. All right, so there will be another polysode. We will work on getting that out to everyone as soon as we can. Are we ready for another question?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't miss anyone in the chat. Let's bring this up. The next one is, this is the last one that we have currently in the anonymous poll. So if you want to add one, you can add it quickly by going to slido.com. The event code is TLD41. But the question being, what's the best thing ever? And why is it boob on boob on boob? All right, I'm not sure. I think basically that is because whoever wrote that question's favorite film has to be the Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall.
That's the one.
There we go. How do you know that, but you don't know who Kid Rock is?
I don't know who Kid Rock is. I know who doesn't know Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, come on, man. I literally watched True Lies over Christmas, mostly because Jamie Lee Curtis is the best.
Me too.
Jamie Lee Curtis is, oh, man, the original Scream Queen. Like, and the fact that her parents were Hollywood royalty on top of all that. And
Jamie Lee Curtis is gorgeous. Like,
Yeah.
I people disagree with me on this, and they're like, Jamie Lee Curtis
No
is
way.
unattractive. What are you talking about? And I'm like, shut up. You're wrong. Jamie Lee Curtis is. Oh, I want her to step on me. Like, she's beautiful.
She's mom hot.
She's mom hot. She's funny too. There's a
Very
show.
funny.
There's a terrible show called Scream Queens. It's awful. I don't recommend anyone watch it for quality. But she is in it, and she is hilarious in it. She's really funny.
All right, I'm at the point that I'm almost going to have to pour a new drink. But yeah, favorite Jamie Lee Curtis would have to be. You're saying True Lies? Is
Yeah.
that what you're? Mina,
Either
do you have
True
a?
Lies or Freaky Friday, because I saw Freaky Friday's also a great Jamie Lee Curtis role. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, man.
Yeah, no, those are exactly my two as well. So, like, same
Right?
board. I don't. Yeah, but especially True Lies, because that hotel scene is just like, you know. Although, you know, in hindsight, like in rewatching it, I was like, wow, like so many, just
Red flags.
yeah, a lot,
Yeah.
quite a few.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. Most rom-coms have red flags, but I do love that scene. Like, regardless, I love that scene so much.
People, 10 things I hate about you, and there's 15 things in there that are totally wrong. But Jason McCullough saying Jamie Lee Curtis conceived on the set of Vikings.
Is that true?
I'm not sure because the Vikings TV show has been around. Christopher Murtaugh saying Solange, shit, I'm gonna have to pour a new drink soon. All right, and she's married to the six-fingered man. I believe that is
from Princess
Princess
Bride.
Bride.
Princess Bride.
Jinx.
That's
Wait, this one.
Christopher Guest.
I don't know the actor's name. I just know him as the six-figured man. And
Yeah, same.
hello, my name is Antonio Bandera. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Antonio Banderas. It's not.
Antonio
It's Inigo Montoya.
Nico Montoya.
Inigo Montoya, I fucked up the quote. I'm sorry. Don't come for me.
So we're gonna take that nerd card away from you. I'm not sure. Christopher Murtaugh or A Fish Called Wanda. How did I not think of A Fish Called Wanda? The DIY Muggle guy is saying True Lies all the way. Still hoping for a True Lies 2. By the way,
wow.
anyone see Arnold Schwarzenegger's speech after the insurrection?
I saw memes of it. Does that count? Probably not.
I watched the entire speech, and it was. You know what? I was a bit more impressed with that than any of his acting. Vikings. Oh, the 1958 epic historical fiction swashbuckling film directed by Richard Fleischer. That is the thing.
Swashbuckling. I like that word.
Yeah, there's a tie-in between her father and my father, which I won't explain on screen here. Yes, and it is Christopher Guest, who's responsible for tons of amazing films such as Waiting for Guffman, and a Dog Show. Is it? What is it? Oh,
Best in Show?
Best in Show. Yeah, exactly.
I love that movie.
I just realized that the whole reason we got here is because there was a question asking why boob on boob on boob is the best thing in the world.
Right. Well, the question was, what is the best thing in the world, and why is it boob on boob on boob?
So the answer is it's not boob on boob on boob. It's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Points taken. Mina, do you have an answer for the actual official question?
The actual official answer to the actual official question for me is Squish. That's the reason.
All right. So
Squish.
the entire Squish, the softness of it all.
Mm-hmm. Squish.
Yes. All right. I approve of that.
Wait. Oh, wait. What if I don't know. I didn't know if that made a squish noise or not, but I tried.
It's more like a pop noise, kind of.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. And my finger's all slimy, and I'm going to touch the cards. All right, here we go. We've got another one from the vault. Dear Love Doctor, my husband is a comic. How do I get him to turn off the comedy so I don't have to laugh at him in bed? Bashik, I didn't realize that you wrote this card. You were here that long ago. There is one of these older original cards. And so, Mina, you're in.
Okay, I feel like the act of laughing at somebody in bed should make them stop. Just I feel like that should, like, I'm sorry that hasn't already worked. Although I get, like, they're making jokes in bed, but still I feel like anyway, other than that, I just respectfully to, I'm sure, the many comics that are watching this, I hate dating comics. I've tried it a few times now and never again. Respectfully, so much love, but not for me. So I don't have any help for this. I'm sorry.
So I just want to point out I have a few comedian friends, including female comedian friends, and I have one that has expanded her don't list to performers, because originally it was comedians and then it was magicians after what was the phrase? Let me pull a rabbit from. Yeah. So it's now all performers. Winona, do you have a take on that?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, when you said, "Dear Love Doctor, I'm dating a comic," my first instinct was to interrupt you and say, "Dump him."
Same. Sorry.
I was like, "How yours?" Because I've been interrupting people a lot tonight.
I'll just put the ad on saying, the thing is, if they're a true comedian, then they can shut it off, because they have probably a deep, serious poet soul somewhere buried inside. If not, they're just probably a bit of a hacky hack. Jason McCullough is saying gag him. Wendy Bonbons is tearing up laughter. I know that they're very close with a comedian, as in they might share the same skin. Christopher Murtaugh saying tickle play can be fun and quite sexy at the right time, but there's never a right time. There is never a right. Evelyn, that was a joke. I wasn't trying to yuck anyone's yum. Evelyn is saying, is that a question from the Love Doctor's manager's wife? We don't know at this point because it was anonymous.
From years
and
ago.
What was that?
It's anonymous, and it was years ago.
And it was years ago. That's true. That was one of the ones from the old cards. Are we ready for another question? And if you're watching and you like the answers, hit the fucking like button. Whenever you see a question you like, hit like. We've got more people joining us. Tell us where you're watching from. I'm going to drink this from this specific mug, because this mug is StreamYard, or the people who power this. This isn't a paid sponsorship whatsoever, but everybody can stream so easily if you use StreamYard. Check it out. And yeah, something really did get pointed out to me there. So we're going to fix something in a moment. But let's get to the next question that we have. There it is. How does one deal with pre-menopause? Carefully. Mina, do you just, with respect, understand that there's body changes are happening?
With poetry, I feel like that's probably, whenever I'm going through changes, I need poetry. Is that too sensitive? That's what I got.
No, but now I've got changes going through my head. A little bit of Bowie. And Winona.
I honestly don't know. The only thing I know about premenopause is from having watched Sex and the City. So please just take care of yourself. That's all I know.
There are changes that happen, and you need to, again, take care of yourself. But also, if you're with somebody who's going through these changes, there's a lot of psychological baggage that goes with it as well. So be kind, be giving. Don't be a punching bag. Anytime anyone's going through a difficult psychological time, then you need to kind of be a partner in the best sense, to be taking care of them. That's what we had. Daniel J is watching from Montreal. They're letting us know where they are, because apparently the cat catchers are out there. Hold on, why am I grabbing one from the vault when we have questions coming up here? All right. I'm a switch looking to start exploring my dom side. and sometimes struggle with the guilt about the things I want, such as feeling superior or being mean, even though I know I would only have that dynamic with someone who is also into it and would engage in aftercare. I know Winona is a switch. Does she have any tips for me? So, do you want me to read that question again, Winona?
I think I got it. So like you're switch and you're trying to deal with feelings of shame, being associated with wanting to dominate someone and like
Guilt.
being mean.
Guilt.
Yeah, guilt. Thank you. This must be someone who knows me from TikTok. If so, hi, thank you for joining me on this show. If you're not from TikTok, hi anyway. I just felt like
Hit
I needed
like.
to give that shout out. Yes, hit like. Oh my god, please sign up for more of these. But yeah, oh my god, I feel this a lot. I'm also someone who, so for reference, earlier this year I started making content about my sub journey and how I was trying to learn about what attracts me to submission and BDSM and like the kinds of roles I like to play. And then I also realized very recently that I do like being playing a more dominant role. And one of those is just being mean and degrading people and like being hurtful to people. And I have also felt bad about that. But I also have to remind myself that all of that is coming from a place of genuine love, if that makes sense. Like it's it's loving myself and allowing myself to explore those feelings and desires, and knowing that I would only truly ever do that with someone who trusts me and who I trust and who I have spoken to extensively about this. Yes, thank you, Leslie. Like, please embrace your dom side. Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, kink can be scary and it can be objectively dangerous, but it can also be a big place for healing and for exploring. So, you know, just try to be kind, be patient with yourself, remind yourself that this is a good thing, that you are having that discussion with yourself and that you are being conscientious about that, because some people don't even want to be like, you know what, I'm just going to be mean and not care about who I may potentially hurt. So you are on the right track. We're all learning, and you will find your confidence and your ground in due time, as will I. Like, we're all just learning.
If I may interject, I know they specified Winona in the question. Being dominant does not necessarily mean being mean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so if that is not how you want to express yourself, then you do not have to express yourself in that way. Domination can be about control, about making or denying your partner. That's not necessarily a mean thing, because you know that's what they truly want. And the most true, domination submission relationships, the person with the most power is the submissive, because they're the ones who set the limits, and the dom is the person who respects them. And you cannot dominate somebody without respecting them as well.
So true. That's
Mina.
so true.
Yeah. I had a sassy remark about how being a princess is about being spoiled, but also being a leader, because I'm also kind of a switch. But exactly as Paul was saying, like, being a dom for me is about being in control of my partner's pleasure and taking enjoyment in pleasing them. And my way of doing that is like body worship, and that's and just a lot of loving, and that's me taking control and just like start to finish. That's me topping somebody in that sense. So I feel like there's a lot of people put a lot of limitations on what a BDSM kink relationship can be because of media and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, there's just so many different ways to explore it. And, like I sound like such a hippie witch right now, but you just take inspiration from like the natural world, and you see how like plants interact with each other and how we can just create these beautiful symbiotic
I love that Harry
relationships.
Stamen.
I know how
Gotta
I
love
sound,
that.
but I stand by
No,
it.
it's great. I love it.
Thank you. But yeah, my basic advice for switches is just like you're getting to know yourself and you're getting to know all the characters that live in your head, and that's beautiful. And you can try them all out, and that's great. Just look at it as like an exploration more than anything else.
All right, Lusty Onyx is dropping in with the Dom Zone can be so good. And our next question that comes in there is, what are some good activities to keep things moving during menopause? Menopause being the pop culture name for when men become a little less driven by sexual urges.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Oh, it's me. Okay, again.
yeah, and hot yippee witch, by the way, is Jason Culla's comment.
Thank you. Okay, honestly, again, I think that people's ideas of what sex is just super duper limited. It doesn't have to just be like, first of all, it doesn't have to be penetrative. Second of all, it doesn't have to be like even physical in that like being naked together sense. Like sex and sensual experiences and figuring out how to enjoy yourself and experience pleasure through all of your senses. Like get out of the rule book or whatever and just like fucking take a bath and read a dirty story and just have fun with it, like play around, explore.
Reading to your partner can be so great.
It's
so hot. Are you
I
kidding?
love that. I love that. That's something I used to do all the time. I miss it. That's that's that good shit. Oh my god.
And so, what are your suggestions for some good activities to keep things moving during menopause?
I mean, I can't speak for men and men going through menopause, but I guess my advice is, if you have a partner, like, and you are not really driven by the sexual aspects of it, like, learn to be intimate in other ways, like, have a nice long chat, have a nice dinner together, sit next to each other in your backyard, each reading a book and playing some music that you both like. Go for a walk. Talk, don't talk. Like, I find one of the most wonderful things about relationships is that you can restart your relationship at any time. You can develop a new phase to your relationship. And I think that is just as important as like having sexual chemistry. Like, sort of deciding, you know what, let's make this good for us in a new phase. I think that's great.
As Serenity Sizzle has popped in saying that you guys should do a naughty book reading event or something.
Yeah.
I had somebody recently suggest that I could probably, as an artist, my income has dropped during this lockdown. They suggested that I could get a Pornhub membership and just start reading or reciting stories for people to listen to, which is that would be a different audio book, that's for sure. And when it comes to during menopause, again, just make sure your partner knows that you care. Make sure that you are being considerate of their needs as well, be that giving them the freedom elsewhere or taking the time to use the many gifts that you have, be it tongue or fingers, to help out. Lusty Onyx is adding, Mina Minou, I love your spiritual energy. Slash plant queen, just being yelled out there, all caps.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right, here's all right. I've got some captive people here. I recently, sort of a go-to movie that I recommend to people who tell me that they're a little bit curious, or the thing is that they've watched like 50 Shades of Grey, but they don't quite like all of it or whatever. I've always said just check out Secretary.
Oh my god, yes.
I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
All right, I've recently just kind of said that to someone, and I have not seen it for 10 years, and they came back to me saying that it was highly problematic. In the fact that towards the end, which I don't want to give any spoilers to, but there is a little bit of a slip on the behalf of the Dom character in not taking care of the health of their submissive.
Mm.
Christopher Murtaugh is saying, I understand menopause is a refractory period, kisses, mouth play, etc. Yes, exactly. It's more than the refractory period, though. Idris Elba or Michael B. Jordan? There we have a question. I don't feel qualified to answer.
We
Well,
both just started smiling, just like.
all right. On the count of three, say the name as loud as you can. Winona, Mina. 1, 2, 3.
Michael B. Jordan. Wait, which one did you say?
She said both.
Fair. But I have to choose Michael B. Jordan just because he has a kind of swagger to him that Idris Elba doesn't.
Oh, fuck off! Like, excuse
I
me.
know. I'm sorry. I know it's blasphemy to say anything ill of how attractive Idris Elba is because he is so attractive. Every time Michael B. Jordan smiles,
I'm getting hot.
You know what? I think Winona's just been affected by the cult of youth.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Idris, don't worry. Okay. Anyway, back to it.
All right, you're having a Luther moment. We understand. The next question we have is, can someone please describe Switch for the square community? So somebody wants to know what a Switch is. Winona, you're in the hot seat.
Yeah, sure. So a Switch is... So let's contextualize this a bit. In BDSM, you have different roles. And there are 3 main roles that you can fall into. There's overlap, obviously, but for simplicity, this is how it goes. There's a sub, there's a dom, and there's a switch. So a sub or a submissive is someone who submits to a partner. So they will do what the partner tells them, or they will give up control to another partner in whatever context it is, whether that's sexually, emotionally, physically, etc. A dom or a dominant is the person in control of the situation. So they will tell the submissive what to do, and they will plan out the scene or the act that is being performed. And a switch is someone who kind of, as the name implies, switches back and forth between the two. And it's not like 100%, like you're always sub 100% of the time, you're always dom 100% of the time. There are people who are switches, but prefer one over the other. Like I'm a switch, but I identify as a switch, but I know that I generally like to sub more than I like to dom. So it's really just that it's the ability to go back and forth depending on your partner and the situation and your mood and like a million other things.
And feel gratification in both roles.
Exactly. Yes. All
right. Mina, do you have anything to add?
Nah, I feel like she got it.
Oh, thank God. I was like, oh God, I feel like I can't explain this in like 5 seconds or less. I'm going to miss something.
There we are. I think, no, it's been good. If you're enjoying the answers here, hit the like button. If you want to shout out a little big kudos to these special guests that I have, Winona J. Fox or Mina Minou, please do that in the chat. Let them know how much they are loved because they are fantastic. The next question we have is wax play or food play. Mina, you are in the hot seat.
This is a kind of a tough one. I guess, like sexually, wax play immediately. But like if we're talking about food play, I don't like food and like physical sex play, but cooking together. If we're including that, that is like, I also, part of my non-performer life is a catering company, and food is just like huge for me. And so having a partner who loves to cook and like likes to explore flavor, that's sexy. There's like fucking few things sexier than like a really good meal. So if that's counted as food play, then that, if those are my choices. But otherwise wax, because yeah.
He plays fun. Winona.
Fire and wax make me nervous, so I will also choose food play. And I kind of in the vein that you were talking about, because I don't love mess. But if I was a dominant in this scenario, I feel like I would really enjoy ordering a sub to prepare me like an 8-course meal. But like in full like dominatrix attire, whatever that means. That does not always mean like a leather skirt. But just having total control over the cooking process. Because here's the thing, I love to eat and I do enjoy cooking, but I'm not like super exploratory in the foods that I cook. So I would just love to tell someone to cook me dinner and have like full creative control of the meal, and also again to grade them.
You know what? I just have to throw out there. I'm with Winona on the idea of mess in bed is not that cool. I really enjoyed what Mina had suggested, Mina had suggested about the idea of cooking together as a form of play, and the sensuality, especially in a small kitchen where you have to press past each other. Just
my God,
be
yeah.
safe, be aware of the burning as well. But when it comes to wax play, I don't think wax play is near fulfilling unless you're also doing ice play. So just so you have the contrast of the temperatures, but also be aware of wax, what height you should be dropping it from, and what type of wax to use, because there are dangers. So read up before you try it for the new time. Christopher is saying, prepare me an 8-course meal. Today I learned that I might be a sub. That is correct. Bashak is often complimenting online Christopher's cooking skills, including the pulled pork from yesterday that looked delicious, Christopher. So please, Christopher, remember to get me that mailing address so I can get you that sticker. I think we might do another giveaway, but it's going to be for people who donate to the show tonight. So everyone who donates to the show tonight will be entered into a draw to receive one of these the Love Doctor live stream stickers that are nice. They're bloody, like, I do not have small hands, and look at that, it covers the palm of my hand. So these are big. I was almost going to say the big ass sticker, but I think my ass is bigger than the sticker.
Yeah, that's fair. Where can people donate?
The way to donate and to support the show, which gets shared between all the performers that you are seeing on screen right now, is where to go. There it is. There's the link tree at the bottom that goes to my manager's link tree, but at the top of that says buy me a drink. Anything that comes in the next 24 hours is their chance to saying, and not small hands, not small gloves. Which is that an OJ reference, or let that just hang? I'm just not. I don't know how I should feel.
What do you do with that?
Explain that. I'm not sure exactly. It's just not small hands, not small gloves. That's what a man with large hands. If you know if a man has large hands, you know what that also means. He needs large gloves. That's what that means.
Yes. If you'd like to pay for some gloves, please consider donating to the show.
Oh, it'd be nice if I could afford gloves with what this show makes.
Oh my God, same.
There we are. Not small hands. Oh, I thought I saw a new message came in. It didn't come in. We don't have a new question there. That means it's time to go to the vault of horrible. No, let's hope it's not a horrible question. All right. Yeah, that was horrible. I'm not even giving that one a... No. No.
I need to knock on wood. I feel like I'm just knocking all over my table.
There we are. Somebody let that person in. All right. I'm going to try to read this, but this doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I don't mind coming once.
Is that it?
There's a lot more to it, but there's arrows on it. I'm not sure, and I'm not see that last word there. I'm not. Is that supposed to be intensity? Or intensely? Intensely.
So I don't mind coming once intensely.
But my question is, how do I stop from getting soaked when she comes about 15 times or more? Be fucking grateful.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm the cuddle puddle. That little mess, all right, that's not food stuff, so I don't mind that mess in the bed. Like that, there's not a problem with, like, if you have a problem with the fact that your partner comes too much and you're not comfortable with that, then start evaluating everything in the relationship, because that should not be a problem unless something else is a problem. You know, we are more than willing to put up with so many different things, such as like the top nut on the toothpaste, if we are happy in general. Anytime that you find one little problem that's nagging at you, that's probably because there's 15 behind it. I'm not sure. It could be the fact that that person might have just been writing that question as a humble brag, but that one thing shouldn't be enough to end the relationship or change how you treat your partner, who is obviously, well, I'm going to say semi-obviously enjoying what they're receiving. Winona, do you have anything to add?
I mean, yeah, man, like here's the thing, like getting wet, squirting, whatever you want to call it, like that shit is great. And if you're uncomfortable with it, like try and figure out why that is. And if you're worried about your sheets, put down a towel. That's really it. That's all I can say.
Mina, do you have anything to add?
Well, I guess I was kind of confused because I thought maybe they were expressing jealousy of wanting to come more than once too.
Oh, maybe.
In which case, I feel like I encourage breaks and extended play. But if I am wrong, then no, I do not have anything else to add.
Yeah, study a little bit of tantric if you want, but that could also be why they're coming so many times before you ejaculate. We do have a question that has come in on the anonymous line. I'm pulling rank to grab this one first. Did you ever say the wrong name in bag? If yes, explain. It actually says in bag.
Oh,
See,
I guess they mean in bed?
Yeah, but I'm going to take it the wrong way. In bag. So, say, please God, no. When it should have been, please officer, no.
That's good.
I like that.
All right. Mina, for you.
I specifically avoid saying names in bed for this reason. So no, I haven't. And let me tell you, it takes some conscious effort. I'm done.
So are several relationships, I take it. No, no, sorry. No, she hung her head in shame. That was a joke comment.
That's
it's okay. She's blushing. Look at that. She's blushing so well.
Look at her. There's no judgment here.
There's no judgment here. That officer did not think that I thought he was God. Winona, do you have anything to add to that?
I've never said the wrong name in bed. If we're talking about the wrong name in beg, I have heard people say, hi, daddy, I've been a bad girl, as opposed to, forgive me, father, for I have sinned.
Two different game plans on that one.
Two very different ways to beg for forgiveness.
Right.
Both ending in punishment.
They did correct their spelling here. Did you ever say the wrong name in bed? They yelled it. They typed it all out in caps.
In
bed. All right. This is going to be. Here's a difficult question. Has either of you ever reused pet names? I like the look of guilt on Mina's face.
Okay. Well, like for me or like for other people, because there's only a certain number of things I want to be called, you know.
Jason McCullough just saying that I'm just a modern guy. Of course, I've had it in the bag before.
Nice.
Evelyn is saying worse is when they ask you if you know their name after the fact. That can be embarrassing. Mm-hmm. And Lusty is saying no judgment here, Mina. No judgment here at all.
I love you.
So again, yeah, if there are certain things you prefer to be called, it doesn't matter who's calling you them, I suppose. Mm-hmm. So that is fine. Winona, have you ever had that situation?
I don't think I have, because kind of like Mina mentioned that she doesn't say names. I just don't really refer to people who are railing me and were, because I'm generally focused on the fact that they're railing me. So if I have a comment, which I usually do, it's generally about me getting railed and not about the other person. I'm sorry, but they don't matter. No, I'm kidding. Of course they matter. They're just not what's at the front of my mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We may have started a trend in the anonymous chat here, because the next question is, what's more fun, the wrong name or what's your name in bed? Winona.
I just think that's so funny. That's never happened to me, but I can just imagine being like, oh yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I'm so sorry. What is your name again? I just had it. Fuck, what? I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. I can just imagine that whole situation going down.
You know, I have been called by a different actor's name in bed before. At the time, I considered it a compliment, so it wasn't Paul Giamatti. Mina.
I can't say that I have known the name of every person that I have encountered in such ways. So, but I also haven't asked, or I've like been real stealthy about it. If I did, so I don't have a moral rating for how bad that is. But the wrong name. I mean, obviously, Mina's not my real name, so I often get called the wrong name in bed. But in my mind now, there's like layers, of like how close I am to somebody depends on what name they're calling me. So I feel pretty moot about that one at this point too. I don't know. It's no wrong. I don't have an opinion, I guess. That's just my answer.
All right. Christopher Murtaugh is suggesting "Who Are You" for background music by The Who, obviously. Which would, I don't know if that would mean that we are like a Dick Wolf film if we use that as our soundtrack. Are we automatically have to be a Law and Order at that point?
Yeah, I was gonna. No,
CSI. See, it's CSI, isn't it?
No, it's Law and Order. Isn't it?
I have no idea.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's Law and Order.
All right, somebody correct us in chat. I'm saying it's CSI. Winona saying it's Law and Order. Law and Order is dun dun. That's it.
Yeah, dun 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 dun.
That's Law and Order, right?
But the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. I've never seen an episode.
But that's not the Who. So it's CSI is the one that uses the Who songs. Bashik is backing me up on this. Says CSI. Apparently, Christopher is no longer allowing Bashik to type. I'm a little worried about that point, but at least they can still speak. Bashik, we love you. We'll send help if you need. There's we just become the emergency channel. You know what? We've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes already. Has it felt that long to anyone?
No,
it feels good.
I'm having a great time.
So if you want to help support the channel, please make sure you've hit subscribe on the new YouTube channel. We are halfway up to our 50 subscribers goal that we want to get. So please make sure that you are doing that if you're watching it on YouTube. Lusty saying, personally, if someone called me the wrong name in bed, my dom side will show up.
Fair.
I always think if anyone calls me by the wrong name in bed, it also depends on how well things are going. Because if it's going really good, then I'm not really going to care. And if it's going really bad, that means I can make an escape. There's
true. Good point.
Yeah, let them blame Jason Momoa. Not sure where that came from. But all right, for everyone who donates to the show tonight, the money is being split between all the artists that you're seeing on there. The link tree is at the bottom. It is the buy the drink option that is on that link tree. How much of that have I had? It doesn't look like it's down that far. So this is what you will receive, one of these wonderful. Or if you want them, you can also go to that same link tree and just go to the store, and you'll be able to find these stickers in the Teespring store. So you can always order your own They are nice, high-quality die-cut stickers. Going to be sending them one out to Winona, who won last week, as well as Christopher Murtaugh, who won last week as well. I'm the Love Doctor. Do we have any final thoughts before we're out of here, or do we have any final questions coming in? We'll give this 3 minutes for any final questions to come in while Winona explains what she has coming up that she wants to advertise.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, this is so exciting. I should have prepared something, but I forgot. But for those of you who don't know, I am producing my very first online burlesque show. It is called Be Your Own Valentine, and it's a Valentine's Day burlesque show about self-love. It's very exciting. I should have sent the Love Doctor the poster, but I didn't, but that's okay. Yes, if they called me Idris, I'd be flattered and go with it. Fair. But yeah, my show is on the 13th of February. It is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be hosting with the Love Doctor. We have a majority BIPOC, queer, newbie cast, which is super exciting. It is sponsored by Amplify, which is the BIPOC fund here in Montreal. And tickets are on sale now. They are pay what you can, $10 recommended, but if you can't afford that, that's fine. That is on Eventbrite, so you can just go on Eventbrite and type in Be Your Own Valentine. We also have a Facebook event, so you can look up Be Your Own Valentine on Facebook and join the event. The ticket link is there as well. And yeah, I really hope that if you enjoy the show that you'll come check it out, because I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm so fucking excited to get to share this with you. Oh, yes, you have it. Thank you. That's the poster. I love it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So yeah, please go check it out. I think it's going to be a great lineup. I'm so fucking excited. So yeah.
Be Your Own Valentine. Woot. We got from Jason McCullough. And Denny J is saying, cool show, everyone. Thank you, Denny, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody tuned in. Mina, do you have anything that you want to share? Are you going to hold the cat so we actually get a good view as they run away from you at this point in time?
I'll see if I can get him. But I can say that I'm going to be I am part of the Lust Cove troupe, which is a new troupe. I believe you had Kaya Coco
on last week.
So I'll be with that whole crew, which we have our next show is February 26th or something. And yeah, it's an all queer BIPOC collective. It's very cool. It's going to have monthly shows. It's at lust.cove on Instagram if you want to follow. And otherwise, yeah, I'm also a visual artist, and I'm always pushing that stuff, and that's always got fun things going on. So if you follow me on Ghost Girl, you'll see other projects that I'm involved with. And
Ghost Girl is spelled with 2 R's in the girl, so it's GHOST _GRRL on Instagram. And just to point out here, for more information about the Be Your Own Valentine, Winona J. Fox is on Instagram as well. And I'll be sharing stuff on the Love Doctor on Instagram as well. So I'm not just the Love Doctor on Instagram. I'm the Love Doctor 1969 on Instagram.
Yeah. What is it? Patron saint to sexy? Is that what it is?
No, I'm a patron saint to the faintly tainted.
That's what it is. My apologies for not getting it right.
It's quite okay. As a friend of mine had wrote that as well. So I'm just a patron saint to the faintly tainted. And wait, it's coming in.
There you go.
It's a kitty.
Oh my god, he's so mad at me.
Fantastic, everybody. We have just won the internet. Mina Minou, Winona J. Fox. You've been fabulous in here. Christopher saying Lusty Onyx is that the opposite of a safe word.
When Dom mode gets activated.
Right. And wonderful show. Thank you for Christopher for participating. Everybody out there participating. Thank you to my fantastic guests, the fabulous Mina Minou, as well as Winona J. Fox. I am the Love Doctor. Remember, I love you all. Good night.